Fuck your freedom.
Parent him.
You think Harriet Tubman was walking around with a fucking nice shiny fucking dress on with a fucking crown on her head when she was taking slaves? Being a queen has more to do with having balls. To do what you weak fucks won't do.
Ready?
Everybody, welcome back to another episode of HonesTEA with your boy John. Happy Black History Month, you guys. It's good to be black. My line. I hope you guys like my introduction. What I think I'm gonna start doing is posting every funny video or funny memes that I see and make that my introduction. Give you guys something to laugh to before we get into some funnier stuff. So nevertheless, let's get this shit started, alright? So we all know the Super Bowl took place on Sunday, Kansas City versus the 49ers. That's not what I want to talk about because I'm not a sports type of person, so I only watched for the halftime show and Demi Lovato's national anthem performance. And I got to say this. Demi Lovato, you killed that shit. You on a little chubby side now, but that's probably because, you know, you ain't doing crack no more. But you killed that shit. I saw a little Beyoncé in there, saw a little bit of the Whitney in there. You did your thing, so I'm proud of you and I'm happy for you. However, I see a lot of people comparing it to Whitney, saying like, oh, did Demi Lovato top Whitney? Hell no. Let's just get that debate out of the question because she could never. Whitney Houston has the best national anthem to this day, and can't nobody be compared to that. I mean, yeah, everybody done some nice national anthems, and yeah, they were cute, but nah, bitch. Don't compare Demi and Whitney together. It's like comparing apples to oranges, bitch. I will say this though, Demi Lovato got some chops on her, but I've been on this for a long time because I've been watching her on Camp Rock. And she was also the star of As the Bell Rings that used to be on Disney Channel. And then she was also on Sunny with a Chance until, you know, she got caught doing crack on the back of the set and, you know, fucked up her career. If y'all didn't know that about Demi Lovato, now you know. You know what I'm saying? She can't be compared to Whitney, so stop the comparison. Speaking of the Super Bowl and the national anthem, Beyoncé and Jay-Z were in the building, of course. And during the performance, they were sitting down. Colin Kaepernick had the nerve to say something. I thought we were past that. Basically was taking a dig at Jay-Z because he was just basically saying like, okay, well, we passed this kneeling stage. But at the same time, they could have been like, okay, well, maybe I was wrong, so let's just not even stand during the performance. Let's just continue to stay in our seat. Colin Kaepernick, you got a lot of nerve, girl. Now you seem like you trying to clout chase because the NFL don't want you no more because you ran your mouth or because you chose to kneel. I feel like when you kneeled, you felt how you felt. You get people over here like kneeling or not standing up doing national anthems or the Pledge of Allegiance. You got them to do that. You should be happy that your cause is in effect. But I think you're just really mad because you're not in the NFL no more. Because you tried going back to training camp, but didn't nobody want to train with you, won't nobody fucking with you. That was you. You know what I'm saying? You chose to do something that you believe, and it worked out for you, but the NFL blackballed you in the midst of it. But I guaranteed you they paid you off something. Because they wouldn't have done that. I feel like you doing too much right now, and I feel like you taking the dig at the wrong person. Beyoncé and Jay-Z are powerful people, bitch. You think you ain't gonna get in the NFL now? Keep pressing your luck, bitch, and you're gonna get what's gonna happen to you. I promise you. Now, I ain't got nothing against you and what you believe, because, bitch, I don't like America either. But at the same time is that we live here. We ain't got no other fucking choice. Shit, we can't go to Asia or China because of that disease that they got going on over there. Shit, we can't go to Korea because they don't fuck with America either. You know what I'm saying? We can't go to I can't go to Africa because, bitch, they don't like gay people. But we stuck here, goddammit, until we die. So get over that shit. As far as the Super Bowl performance, the halftime show with J-Lo and Shakira, it was really boring. Especially when Shakira got up on there. I was waiting on J-Lo the whole entire time. They did kill it though. I know it was kind of like an oxymoron, but it was a representation of Latino people. And that's not the problem. Just lacked entertainment to me. I mean, the dancing, like they moved their ass off. J-Lo, she was moving her ass off. She was lip singing. She was doing everything that we was looking forward to seeing. I love J-Lo. I love her body. That bitch can move. She is sexy, and she's 50 years old. Like, I don't know any 50-year-old that can move like that. The performance could have been a lot better, But I enjoy seeing J-Lo perform with her daughter. I enjoy seeing J-Lo in her element. I like seeing J-Lo perform. J-Lo is a performer. And a lot of people sleep on J-Lo. Only for some fact of the matter is because they don't think that she was always singing. They always said that she was lip syncing behind Ashanti, which I don't believe that shit to be true because, bitch, Ashanti was nowhere around when J-Lo started her career. We all know that she started off on Living Color. She was singing on there. The bitch had a movie about Selena. So who was she lip syncing under? Tell me Ashanti was like 10 years old singing Kolamanamfor, whatever the fuck she was saying. Y'all really need to get over that shit. At the end of the day, J-Lo is her own person. They just sound alike. They sound very similar. Oh, she was singing under Ashanti's voice, bitch. And who cares? Ashanti still get paid. I don't think Ashanti cared because the bitch get paid, and if she didn't, oh fucking well, you ain't got the look. Nevertheless, the performance was okay. It was good because they killed it. They were moving. I mean, it was kind of making me dizzy, but it was still a good performance overall. However, I was expecting a lot more. You know, I didn't want introductions to My Love Don't Cost a Thing, bitch. I wanted to hear you perform that. I wanted to hear Ain't That Funny. I wanted you to perform that. You know what I'm saying? You could have brought Ja Rule out on stage. You could have brought so many people out on stage. And then Shakira only knew one fucking song, which was that Hips Don't Lie and that Forever, Forever, whatever the fuck this song was. But nevertheless, it was a good representation of Latino Americans, Latino women, Latino men. I liked it, you know? Could have been a lot better though. It was boring, but it was good at the same time, if that makes sense. Do it make sense? I don't give a fuck, because it makes sense to me. So, guess who's back? Nicki Minaj. So now, you know I'm going to spend forever talking about this conversation because I could talk about Nicki Minaj for days, for weeks, for months, for hours, for years, forever. I could talk about this bitch all fucking day. First of all, it's good to see you back, Nicki Minaj. It's good to see you back on social media. You took a hiatus, and I fucking missed you dearly. The Barbs, we missed you. We were in the kingdom lonely as fuck because you went to go do whatever the fuck you went to go do. But let's just get into these looks. So as you can see right here, Nicki Minaj is posted the fuck up. Body is snatched. Waist is snatched. Hair is on fleek. All of that good shit. Looking like a real Barbie. Looking like how these other female rappers want to look. But there can only be one look. There can only be one Nicki. And that's Nicki Onika Tanya Mirage. So get into it. I'm just glad that Nicki Minaj is back. Hopefully we can get an album this year. Even though 2020 just started like a month ago. But hopefully we get a new album. Not even a new album, bitch. Just give me a single. I'm glad to see Nicki Minaj back. Nicki Minaj, she lost all of this weight because Nicki Minaj was gaining a little weight now. Not even gonna lie. And I think there was more of a happy weight than anything. Nothing because she has nothing to be stressed out about. But now she's losing weight and shit. And now her body is fucking amazing. Nicki Minaj, I'm glad you're back. Don't fucking leave again, bitch. Because I'm going to be mad as hell. Okay? So Meghan Trainor has a new album called Treat Myself. And it's a really good album. If I can rate it, I give it a 7 out of 10. Because I'm still looking for that title feel. If you guys know about Meghan's debut album from back then, when she had All About That Bass on there and Love You Like I'm Gonna Lose You, it was called Title. And I cannot stop listening to that entire album from start to finish. This album, Treat Myself, it was okay. I mean, the only good song that I liked on there was, of course, Nice to Meet You. I liked Baby Girl. I liked Have You Now and Lie to Me. And I also liked Evil Twin. That was okay. But it wasn't like Title, where you had Title, All About That Bass, Credit, Walk of Shame. Basically, the entire album. Put it like that. If you guys are Meghan Trainor fans, then you'll like this album. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, I like it too, but I give it a 7 out of 10. Another person who has an album out right now is K. Michelle, and it's called All Monsters Are Human. And I gotta say this was a really, really good album. Now, I don't get into K. Michelle like that, but everybody was talking about it, and I'm like, damn, this bitch really put out a really good album. However, it won't sell. That mouth that bitch got on her is the reason why she won't sell. The way that she talks about other girls or other people trying to get into the industry is why it won't sell. K. Michelle is such a negative person. So all of the monsters that she's talking about that's human, she's talking about her goddamn self. And now, don't get me wrong, I like K. Michelle. She funny as hell. I love her on Love and Hip Hop. But at the same time, bitch, is that you're never supportive of none of the girls. Anybody that want to come to you and say they want to do music, you always bring them down a notch. I think it's very, very negative of you, but you are a negative person. If you guys like K. Michelle, that's for you, and that's good. Make sure you get that bitch to where she needs to be. Also, I think the people that's on her team is not where they need to be to elevate this girl. But I will tell you this, K. Michelle, because of this album, you earned yourself a season off of Love and Hip Hop. If you notice about K. Michelle, she puts out an album. If it does good like she did with that Rebels album, she wasn't on Love and Hip Hop for a minute. But then when she ran out of money, that bitch took her ass right back to Love and Hip Hop. I think that K. Michelle is not supportive of these girls because every time somebody want to put something out, she feel like that they don't deserve to do music. I remember like it was yesterday. I was watching Love and Hip Hop Miami. No, Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. And somebody was talking to her about Black China wanting to do music. And she like, these bitches always want to come up with something, blah, 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 and now they want to do music. I work for mine. I grind for mine, bitch. Let me tell you something, K. Michelle. You're not the only person that struggled to do their dreams. Bitch, you just so happen to be the one that made it. You didn't make it how you wanted to, but there ain't nobody fault but your motherfucking own. So you need to shut the fuck up and get over that shit, okay? Because, bitch, you out here better off than others. But let me tell you something. I think it's more than jealousy than anything else. If somebody else could sing better than you, or who you feel like could be competition, you want to bring them down. Probably why your career is not taking off how you wanted to. But you have a decent career, girl, so you need to get that shit together because at the end of the day, that shit not cool. You get people who look up to you and be like, oh, maybe I can go to K. Michelle for inspiration. And the moment that they do, you make them feel like they should never did music in the first place. You're not the first person who had to struggle or to sleep with somebody to get a fucking single out. You're not. You're not the first person, and bitch, you're definitely not the last. Okay? So get over that shit. Because last time I checked, you only had one good album. That was your first album. Every other album that you put out, you had like 1 or 2 good hits. And that was it, bitch. So don't do too much. I have to say this last thing. I remember when there was an article that came out about K. Michelle saying that all this new R&B music is boring. Like, bitch, your album was okay. Like, it was a good album, but it wasn't all that, bitch. Like, most of the time, you sounded country as fuck on that album. So, girl, shut the fuck up with that stuff. You need to get your shit together. I just thought about that. Cause it's like, bitch, girl, like, who are you, bitch? Like, you don't chart. Like, you don't chart at all. And the nerve for you to try to come for other girls in the industry, for you to try to come at people who want to get a chance at the industry, bitch, please. You was one of R. Kelly girls. Let's not forget, bitch. So, another female rapper, allegedly, has a new look as well. Look at Cardi B. As you can see, she looks fucking dumb. She looks very stupid. Looks very Nicki Minaj's, if I say so myself. If we notice one thing about Cardi B, when she's not being talked about in the media, when no one's mentioning her name, she does a publicity stunt. And this has been her entire career. She made a song with Offset called Do Anything for Clout, and that's exactly what that bitch does. All the time. She was going out to a club, she was with her friends, and she was previewing some new music which sounded fucking awful, which sounded like shit anyway. She called herself Jet Li. Now, if I recall, Nicki Minaj, the queen of rap, aka all of these bitches is her sons, called herself Chun-Li, right? So now you tell me what you think about it. Let's take a look.
I'm starting on this jet, call me Jet Li. Never get the credit I deserve. If it wasn't for me, you bitches wouldn't be heard. Shake it to the east, shake it to the west. If you shake it on me, you get diamonds to forget to.
So these bitches call you Jet Li. For real? First of all, let me just tell you, you should have kept that shit. Because that shit was awful. That shit was whack as hell. And all of them girls popping their pussy in that truck look like they pussy stank. Get your shit together, bitch. Because you're not finna keep clinging on to Nicki Minaj for your fucking fame. You look like you want to be like Nicki Minaj, and you can't do that. The reason why Cardi B is famous right now is because she tried to throw a shoe at Nicki Minaj, and it didn't work. Ghetto hood rap bitches probably was like, that's my girl, that's my girl. And look where y'all at now. At home watching my video. Enough of that. Let's talk about when Cardi went to the club. She went out and she was performing or whatever, and somebody threw a drink at her. Then Offset went and tried to attack the person who drew the drink. And the only reason why he did that shit is because he wanted to prove to the world that he really loved Cardi B when, bitch, we know that you don't like Cardi B at all. We all know this is a publicity stunt. That's why you keep cheating on this bitch every time that you can. So we ain't even concerned about that shit. We more concerned about you trying to get down on Nicki before you got with Cardi B. Let's not forget. Cardi B is more of a clout chaser more than anything. Cardi B is trying to put out this new music, which ain't gonna sell. If you're gonna put out a new album, that shit better be fire from A to Z. And I highly doubt that's gonna happen. I highly doubt that you're gonna have the same writers that you did for your first album. Cardi B just needs to go back on Love and Hip Hop where she belongs. Cause that's where you made most money. Or go back to the pole, bitch. Either way, we don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't like you, Cardi B. I don't even think Offset is writing for you anymore. Probably because he's too busy cheating on your ass. I don't feel bad for that person that threw a drink at you. Bitch, you look thirsty. So maybe he thought you needed something to drink. Whatever the fuck you preview in that car, bitch, it better not be on your motherfucking album. Because if it is, it won't sell. Unless you got a new payola package. Last topic that I want to talk about is pretty much news, but it ain't news. But it's more like a vindication. The post that Ocho Cinco posted of him and OG with the caption was, Ocho Cinco wanted me. Bitch, Evelyn Hozada. This is what the fuck I'm talking about, bitch. This is what the fuck you get. I never doubted OG for a second. Not 1 minute. Let me tell you something about OG. OG will beat a bitch ass and can't nobody take that shit. And a lot of people on the cast took OG as a threat because they knew that they couldn't beat her ass. They did the same thing with Tammy because they knew they couldn't beat Tammy ass. I don't like Evelyn. You know, the bitch blocked me on Twitter because I went in on her because at the end of the day, bitch, you did lie on Chad. Evelyn jump on dick to dick to dick to dick to dick. If they got a check, Evelyn gonna bounce on that dick in a heartbeat. You antagonize this man. If you gonna be all up in this man's face and you hit him, he has the right to hit you back. And he probably knocked you upside that fucking forehead and beat the shit out of you, which you deserve. I'm not here for men beating on women just because they could beat the hell out of women. No, bitch. But my mama always taught me, if a female hits you, or if anybody hits you, you hit them back. If you all watched Basketball Wives the last season, Evelyn and OG got into it. First of all, because Evelyn was bullying OG's friend, Cece. Because she ain't got a voice of her own, Evelyn felt the need to try to pick on her. And that was bogus as hell. But that's what Evelyn is. Evelyn is a bully until she meet her match, but she can't bully nobody. And all of a sudden, she want to play victim. Basically, Evelyn was bullying Cece. And OG stepped in and was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm talking about my friend or whatever. You doing too much. And they started this rumor about OG being ugly. Which, I gotta say this. I just think her makeup be wrong sometimes. More of the story was, it was calling OG ugly. And the rumor came from Evelyn. And she was just like, well, bitch, Ocho Cinco wanted me. They tried to pin it against each other like, you just lying or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But no, Ocho Cinco was all up in OG inbox, like she said. And then she proved it with screenshots. Evelyn probably went to Ocho Cinco and was like, why would you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Can you send these messages so I can prove my point? Here we are, years later. Ocho Cinco and OG are booed up together. It looks like they booed up together. But they took a picture together and he captioned, Ocho Cinco wanted me. Which goes to show you that Evelyn, bitch, OG wasn't lying. Why would OG lie? OG is the flavor to Basketball Wives. Because she brings so much flavor, so much sauce to this fucking show that it doesn't make it boring anymore. Unless you're not talking about OG. I get it that everybody is grown and way past the drama stage and all that stuff like that. I don't think OG necessarily wanted drama either. I think the people just tried to go in for OG because she was different. And that's one thing that everybody else can talk about. Because of that, OG brought the flavor to the show. At the end of the day, OG and Jackie are the ones that bring something to the show. Tammy definitely brings a lot of shit to the show, especially when it comes down to drama. But I think that Tammy's at the point in her life where she don't need the Basketball Wives. Malaysia's at the point in her life where she feel like she's way past the drama and stuff like that. Which is totally fine, because we know what Malaysia could bring. But bitch, I don't care about that, bitch. I want to see some fucking drama. Now Tammy is totally different. Okay? Because Tammy is at the point in her life where she don't want to do that stuff no more. And I don't blame her. But at least she has a backup plan. The bitch had a comedy tour. The bitch is on TV. She's on Saints and Sinners as a full-time reoccurring role. So, for people like Malaysia Bitch, you ain't got nothing going for yourself. You was selling jewelry, but bitch, that don't sell. Can't nobody afford that shit. You have Shani, who don't bring nothing to the show but try to throw drama because she's the executive producer. Evelyn Hozada, bitch, you owe OG an apology because you thought this bitch was lying. And if I was OG, I would beat the fuck out of Evelyn. And I know that you want to beat the fuck out of Evelyn because Evelyn tried to make it seem like you were such this aggressive person when you weren't. However, you just didn't take their bullshit. You stand up to bullies. She was all aggressive, all up on CC, calling her Ling Ling and all this shit like that. And you call her out on her shit. But no, you the aggressor. Oh, no, you don't feel safe on a reunion set, so you want OG to film somewhere else. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. So, that's all I have for today. Make sure you guys like, comment, share, subscribe below. I want to give a special shout out to my two best friends, Alicia and Kevin. Kevin, Alicia, y'all both come first, so I just wanted to do it that way. I want to give a shout out to my family and my friends who support me, who support my blog. Share my shit, y'all, okay? Because I only got like X amount of subscribers or X amount of views. Come on, do y'all part. Because when I get paid, bitch, we all get paid. I want to shout out to people who tag me and post and be like, oh, bro, talk about this on your show. So I want to give a shout out to all of you guys. Make sure you guys tune in. I try to have my episodes out on the Tuesday because I like to record on a Monday because right now it's being recorded on Monday. So it usually come out on Tuesday because it takes me a minute to edit. You know, I'm by myself. I'm my own team. Like, I try to get it out as fast as possible when the news comes out. But unfortunately, sometimes I'm not able to do that. But seriously though, like, share, comment, subscribe, post my shit. You know what I'm saying? I know for a fact that my opinions make a lot of these hoes mad. Come back, check back every Tuesday or Wednesday to see what I post. But I'm also going to be posting you guys. I'm going to be posting it on my social media, be tagging you in posts. So if you see it, it's not spam, goddamn. It's me telling you to go watch my show. Alright, y'all have a good one.